All right. Shalom, 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 y'all. Shalom. It's Michael Israel. You are watching Spiritual Combat. Just coming on here real fast. Wanted to talk with y'all about a couple things. I'm gonna let some people come in, make sure my audio's good. Let me see. Get my camera centered. But yeah, just wanted to come in, chop it up, talk about a couple things. That's going on out there, and not just talk about it for uh for the sake of drama, but just wanted to talk about a couple things for your edification so that you can potentially avoid unnecessary drama in your life. So uh, if y'all are in there, come on in. Let me know how the audio is. Let me know if you can hear me. Um, and we're gonna get this thing going. Give me a sec. Okay, we're good to go. All right, there we go. Uh, Coming in. It's a 10. So that's what's up. We're good to go in there. Um, yeah, y'all. Uh, uh, you know, I'm watching some of the stuff going on out there, and it's so imperative for y'all to have ears to hear and eyes to see, and for you to really hang on to that on a deep level. Um, to just really be paying attention. And when I talk about it's important to pay attention, I'm not just talking about paying attention um in the physical with things you actually see, but just discernment and just having a high level of spiritual awareness of what's going on with people around you and on what's going on in your mind and knowing who you're dealing with. And for me, having to have been in this in or having had the blessing to be able to walk around in that state, I would say on a high level for years now, and that's how you get when you're living with the saints. You're living according to the way the word tells you to live. Live uh, gathering yourselves together, not forsaking assembling. Word says, "Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired." We're an undesired nation. You can see it when you look at when you just look at our people. Me and Sister Koya were just having a talk about, you know, our past and some of the things we've seen, and some of the things we experienced growing up, things we saw with people around us coming up, in black neighborhoods, things you see. And it's just, it's one story. Hey, this person did this. Okay. And then you're like, and then that person did that. And then you think of another person, they did this. And this happened to them. And this, you're like, damn, there's all that drama going. Like it literally it's just you, and then you begin to play back what you came up through, just the drama and the dysfunction and just the lack of cohesiveness and just all the stuff. And you can't ignore the curses. And what I've been doing, I'm working on a couple projects. I'm getting ready to step my social media game up a little bit, and I'm working on a couple projects. And what I was doing was going through photos and video from the past five years. That's about how long I've been a part of Straightway and everything. But that about 5 to 6 years ago, that's when I was dealing with all these other you know um assemblies and all the what I like to call the so-called Hebrew Israelite community. I was dealing with all that out there. And yeah, that, you know what I'm saying? Um, you know, I was just looking back and remembering a lot of drama that even went on in so-called Hebrew Israelite community. Like you come into this and you're thinking, hey, we all about the word. You find out you really the people of the book, and you find you realize all this stuff that you've been in is the curses that the Most High had prophesied. And man, we're looking forward to getting together with people who knew that. But man, the stubbornness of Israel is like insane. Um, and what brought a lot of this back to remembrance is watching this drama that you know it kicked off when Pastor Rufus left Straightway. Then Ringo took it, just blew it up into this whole thing. But just now watching them implode, or whatever you want to call it, this whole Ringo Rollo situation. And check this out. Floridian Rollo took down all his videos. All the videos he put out about Straightway, that video he put out with that girl bearing false witness, he took everything down. Ain't that amazing? I don't know exactly why, but what I would suspect is maybe he knows how it feels to be falsely accused. Maybe he sees how this dude is, Ringo, with, like, if you again, Ringo did an 8-hour video on Floridian Rolla, just all hearsay. See, he was plotting on me and this, that, and the other. And when, if you have a little bit of discernment, you could look at Floridian Rollo and just tell that he not like uh he not like real sharp. I ain't gonna say like sharp. I ain't gonna, that's not the best word, but like it's like his discernment level and awareness is low. And you can just see that in how he talks and some of the things he does and says. And you watch the video and the evidence they put up, you know, the Floridian Rollo dude didn't think it was that big a deal. He's making all these accusations. Yeah, he was plotting on the phone. He was setting me up. He was, and Ringo's coming all these conspiracy theories. And the my whole purpose, this is a perfect teaching moment where you gotta look at how these people deal with situations, and it's gonna tell you everything. And it's sad how many people follow some of these folks, and a little situation happen, you can't discern that, hey, that's unrighteous how they dealt with it. I got a comment. Somebody put a comment in there. One of Ringo's cheerleaders or something, saying, "Did y'all forgive Rufus, or did y'all make 100 videos about him even till this day?" You see what I'm saying? And again, these people, they don't have eyes to see, okay? And they don't have ears to hear. And they just in their feelings, and they're emotional, and they think, and they assume that we're in our feelings and we're emotional, when we're very practical minded, down to earth, looking at this thing, it like in a binary sense, zeros and ones, or whatever you might want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Um, so somebody asked that. The situations are in no wise even near close. You know what I'm saying? Um, they say, well, did you forgive Pastor Rufus? But Pastor Rufus was offered a place to stay because of what was going on down there and some of the stuff he was saying to the saints. They had to remove him from the position, but they were making provisions to give him a place to stay and provide for him and everything like that. Nobody cut Elder Rufus off and everything like that. He made a decision through the moves he made, through not letting certain people come to his land, that he didn't want to rectify it in that way. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I said, I talked to Pastor Rufus last week. You know what I'm saying? And we weren't on the phone cursing each other out. Now, it was concerning a technical question because I do a lot of the media stuff for Straightway, but nonetheless, it ain't no, it's not like that. And I also asked him, hey, I felt some type of way that he went on Floridian Rollo's show after Floridian Rollo lied. I mean, just came with a ton of just crazy ass lies about Straightway. You know what I'm saying? Just totally off the dome, just lying on there. And isn't it something that now he done took all his videos down, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Lit, hit the y'all if y'all coming in, hit that like button. If that ain't working through this thing. Now it might he might put him back up. I don't know. I don't know what all's going on. I know uh what's the dude's name? New Breed and Ringo are just levying insane attack on him. you know, just off. And at the end of the day, um, when you look at it, they had they were dealing with a foolish person. That dude who walked up on Ringo, he was foolish. He lacked thought. They said one of the things that dude had did was he's a white dude and he called them, or he said some joke with the word nigga in it prior at another time. So they wasn't messing with him, and he was told to stay away. So now you foolish, and fools a- are stubborn. Fools are foolish because they're stubborn. And he told that dude to stay away. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't. And now look, you get caught up in people's fooleries. But again, when you're not walking in wisdom, that's what happens. You see what I'm saying? So um it just but it's a lot of stuff like when situations like this happen, I'm looking meticulously, I'm analyzing, you know. And I'll tell you this too. What I've been doing over here at Spiritual Combat? I have not I don't have nothing to say, nothing to do with that so-called Hebrew Israelite community. What I've been doing over here at Spiritual Combat is just doing my thing over here. And then this whole thing popped off, and Pastor Rufus was going out there, going on all these people's shows, and all this stuff popped off. And you know what I did? I stayed to myself. I wasn't getting involved in it. I just kept my head down, stayed focused. But then people around me started bringing it up to, hey, did you see this? You hear about this? You see that guy doing all these videos? Did you see this dude? And I'm like, well, let me take a look at it. Even though I didn't want to, but a whole bunch of people brought it up to me, and I was like, could I be like that? Because I know the way it is out there in the so-called Hebrew Israelite community. It is there's still a bunch of unrighteous people out there operating. And when I say unrighteous people, and when I say not keeping the law and all that, I'm not talking about keeping Shabbats and I know the Bible doctrine better than you and let's debate about the Bible shit. No, I'm talking about the absolute surface level, kindergarten level biblical stuff, like just the 10 Commandments, man. These people ain't even doing that. They can't even hold back from bearing false witness. They don't even know what adultery is. Some dudes in there some dude asked a question on here. He said, what he say? What what does that have to do with your pastor being an adulterer? And to date, nobody's but like everybody's made is bearing false witness. Nobody's brought a witness forth. Um, Even when you listen to Eric Gonzalez speak on it, he comes on. He says he gave a bill of divorce. He comes forth. He didn't bear witness of anything transpiring. You know what I'm saying? It's just y'all. It's terrible and it's surface level. Look at this situation with Ringo, Rollo, and New Breed, and look at how they dealt with the issue with someone they called their brother. They just cut him off, no rectifying it, a bunch of assumptions. You was plotting on us, all this stuff, and boom, and done. That's not how it went down with Pastor Rufus. That you heard him. That thing went before an ecclesiastical council. They spent um, hours on multiple days deliberating it. It went through a process. The person who stepped out of that process was Pastor Rufus. We don't move that, and that's why I titled this video "The Importance of Having Ears to Hear and Eyes to See." We don't move like these people. The Most of these folks out here are still very much under the curses, and like I did a video a while back. What I call them is Catholic Hebrews because that's what they act like. They act just like Catholic Hebrews. That's how they behave. You know, they don't keep the laws. You know, as soon as something happened and somebody get emotional, the whole word goes out. It goes out the window. It's gone. Y'all, if y'all haven't hit the like button yet, all y'all people who've just come in, hit that like button for me, please. You see what I'm saying? So, you can't make this stuff up. And their folly, it has been exposed, for those who do have eyes to see and ears to hear, you can see the folly of it. You can see the poor, just where, like, I skimmed through Ringo's 8-hour video because ain't no way I'm sitting there and watching an 8-hour video. I'm not even gonna watch it for a half hour. I skimmed through it, but all I heard going through there was um hearsay and yeah, he was plotting on me. He's plotting on me. And then uh Rollo is like he's showing his phone, and even the dude who was the perpetrator of the whole situation admitted he acted alone. And it's like, wow, if you're gonna cut somebody off that quick, and you're wanting people to come on a community with you, or whatever y'all do it, y'all trying to build a community or do something. Look, it's inevitable that you know trouble's gonna come. There's gonna be disagreements. Are y'all gonna calm down and deal with it like men and just slow down, or y'all gonna deal with it like emotional children? This stuff is on full display. Look, hear it straightway. You never heard Michael Israel say, "Oh, it's perfect," and there's never any issues. The thing that sets straightway apart from all these other clowns out here claiming to be followers and believers of the book, and oh, y'all off, y'all bugged out over there, y'all off, y'all don't know the book, and y'all going into all this doctrinal stuff. But as soon as you get upset and in your feelings, everything in that book goes out the window. The 10 Commandments, forget about them 10 Commandments. Ringo told you to tear part of Deuteronomy out of there, the part pertaining to marriage. Like, these people are showing you exactly who they are, but y'all don't know how to look at fruits. It says faith without works is dead. said, "Show me your." He said he'll show you his faith by his works. Look at their footwork. Prove all things, hold fast to that which is true. You see what I'm saying? And do y'all notice how the the troll trolls have died off damn near to nothing, you know? And like sometimes I have 100 viewers in here, and there'll be no trolls, none at all. You won't see them in here, you know? I think people are beginning to wake up. But let's see some of these comments, see if anybody somebody put a Hebrew Israelite soap opera. I'm reading the comments they put on my last video. Somebody said no discernment or understanding. Look, hey, look, listen, with Ringo and what New Breed are doing and what they're saying, uh, and how they're dealing with Rollo, trust me, them same thoughts and feelings come into my mind, and when I have situations that happen, that just be done and cut folks off. But it's that book. See, that's how we know these dudes is emotional, man. Y'all just acting out on temptations Satan tries to send our way. You see what I'm saying? If y'all haven't hit that like button, hit the like button. If you haven't hit it yet, and if what I just said is making sense, put a 100 in there. Okay. But yeah, it's just gonna be interesting. Um, pretty soon here, all this is gonna kind of die off. You know, and even if it doesn't, how many videos can I do on this? I can't do a whole bunch. I can do these little short videos, but god damn, I'd be hard pressed to talk about this for an hour. What does their relationship have to do with straightway? Uh, uh, okay. So that's what somebody. That's a question somebody asked in the comments. That they asked me. They asked, "What does their relationship have to do with straightway?" And as I said in the beginning of the video, look, I've actually had what's the dude's name? New Breed on. He was actually on my show before. We collaborated a lot, but then he showed himself to not be a man of his word. This is years ago, 5, 6 years ago. Um, and to be honest with you, I forgot even who he was, forgot his name. Ringo, I didn't know who he was. I heard him mention on like Blog Talk before, but I didn't know who he was until I he started doing all these videos and people kept talking. Hey, you see this one dude? And he just went in. I just started seeing who he was. Um, but to the person's question, what does this have to do with Straightway? Hey, they pulled us into it. They started calling folks out. And then when they ran, when the last straw was when Ringo ran an 8-hour video with my name in it, okay, about a sister who was a part of our assembly, and it was nothing but lies. And we don't just have receipts on this purchase. You know what I'm saying? We got video footage. You know what I'm saying? Um, so that's when I kind of got into this a little more and got more involved in it. And I'm putting it out there. And I'm not just putting it out there in an unfruitful way. I'm putting it out here in a way where people could be edified, where you could be edified and grow and avoid getting them being involved with any of these people. Because I'm not like if they don't if a massive change doesn't happen with with Ringo, with New Breed, with Rollo, and with any of them other people who are championing what they're pushing. If a massive change doesn't happen, what they're working on is just going to become a disaster, and y'all gonna be calling New Breed a shampster or something, saying, "Oh, I gave him all this money, he took my money," or something like that. Like, these dudes is talking a good game, but where's the fruit? Now I know they trying to go and get something started. I get it, but there gotta be fruit. There gotta be some type of footwork or something. I remember um Watchmen and the Board. They tried to start a community. They were they used to talk about pastor and everything, man. They tried to start that. They started a community, and it to say it was a disaster was an understatement. I mean, that drama played out online. It was ugly. Man, people when we say are people under the curses, our people don't understand. They don't understand it. It's like I'm working to get out from under the curses myself. I- you know, every day you see, hey, where they on you, where you might be need to grow in this area, and then being a head of assembly, some of the saints you got to deal with, man. They be these curses be on them hard, baby, and it ain't just something you know. You gotta diligently, diligently cling to the word in order to keep the cohesion. And if you listen to New Breed, and if you listen to Rollo, they're always sitting there talking about, oh, you got to put a community over in front of religion. We got to separate community from religion, or we got where they say we got to separate community from. He's saying we got to separate community from nation or something to that extent. You don't have to listen to them long to hear it. It's real, man. So yeah, it's let's see, it's the real deal, y'all. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Yeah, they try to put their mouth on straight way. Hey, you know, let me play my little video for y'all, man, because they don't know who they messing with. Y'all know what I'm getting ready to play. Now it's not gonna show on here real clear, but we're gonna play it anyway.
Don't don't come down here with your anger, trying to prove something to yourself. This is a world you never understand, and you always fear. What you don't understand.
Hey, and they don't, man. They don't. They don't, man. They don't get this thing. They ain't been on the inside. They don't see how we operate behind the scenes according to the word. They going off feelings and emotions. And I can boldly say that now because I see how they responded to this situation with Rollo. They you can see them operating off feelings and emotions, falsely accusing that man. The only thing that dude guilty of doing or being is a dummy, not having enough discernment to see that that dude who came up there unannounced was a stubborn, stiff neck fool. He's hard headed. He didn't listen. He don't think. He's not careful. If you telling jokes to a bunch of Hebrew people and you putting the N word in it, you lack good judgment. I'm really not going to be dealing with you. I'm not going to be around you. If you if you like if you show up unannounced when you were instructed not to, I know you stubborn. You don't know how to listen. You have no self-control. You got to discern that. So he lacked discernment. He lacks wisdom. But I mean, that's nothing to just cut him off for. But that's the type of people, these are the type of folks you're dealing with here, man. And again, you gotta you gotta be prudent in dealing with folks and in watching things. You gotta watch this thing from afar. You gotta be able to spot the danger far out. Know who you dealing with. You see what I'm saying? Let's see what y'all saying in the comments. Y'all got anything? We got a question. If you separate community from religion, so to speak, then what's the standard of morality? That is a good question. And when you listen to them talk, it's like business. You gotta, it's about business. It's about this, that. Look, man, they think they know, but they don't know. But they'll know. They'll know. Uh Once it's asked, what movie was that? That was one of my favorite movies of all time. That was Batman Begins. That's what movie that was. Somebody said, I think the bigger picture is being ignored or missed in the entire debacle. And what would you say that the bigger picture is, sis? Um, Somebody said, get rid of religion. Yeah, like I said, the word tells you to, diligently adhere to that word. You know what I'm saying? Tells you to diligently adhere to that thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's see what else they said yesterday. Some people said I'm boring. You can't even tell a story. So those are some of their followers coming over. Beautiful. Uh, her. Okay. So some people are just telling me some stuff on there. Somebody said the angels of presence are stirring up division to get people out of danger. Land assemblies are wrong. So the angel of presence are stirring up division to get people out of danger. Just tell me which Bible verse that is. Because what the word tells us is to come out from among them. And that's those who are not of this. It says, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. What else does it say? It says, forsake not the assembling. Um, you know, that's how I Bible the moves I'm making. And again, the word says, prove all things, and then it says, hold fast to that which is true. Okay. So I came out from among them. Okay. I forsook not the assembly, and I'm living this thing, and I'm watching how my daughters are growing spiritually because they're around saints 24/7 pretty much. I watch how my wife has grown and flourished. Watch how I've grown and flourished. I watch how the saints that I live around have grown and developed. I look at our biblical understanding on the word and how we're able to be obedient to it by coming out from among them. And then I look in the word and I see these things written. So that is how I prove all things, that I hold fast to that which is true. So somebody said, so what they said is land assemblies are wrong because of ancestry. Skin doesn't tell you who is related nor what sin lies in each bloodline. You can catch trouble being near them. When you say near them, near who? And then again, and we got time, Bible what you're saying. The other thing is, nowhere in the word does it say anything about skin tone or anything like that. Nowhere, and like I like to tell people, nowhere in the Bible, like I said, nowhere in the Bible does it say that these other nations can't join themselves to us. I don't, a lot of people get confused when they're reading Paul, but nowhere in the Bible does it say other nations in the in the Old Testament. It made provisions for other nations, and in the New Testament, if you listen to the Pharisees, Jesus talking to the Pharisees, he says, "You go over land and sea to make a proselyte." So even then, it was understood. Hey, other nations can be joined to us. So, and then if you look at Straightway, you'll see we have all races, creeds, colors, all that stuff. And again, I'm gonna say it again: prove all things, because I see saints of other nations that are like-minded in their belief. The Most High is dealing with them like he's dealing with me, and they're my brothers and sisters. And then I see people so-called of my own skin tone attacking me, lying on me. Y'all could, if you don't believe me, again, provable, prove all things, hold fast to that which is true. If you don't believe me, just go to Ringo TV, look at some of the videos he put out. Floridian Rollo deleted his, so you can't go over there and look at his. So, but yeah. All right, let's see what else they saying. Again, I ain't got now, y'all. How many scriptures I done quoted? She ain't give me a scripture yet. Now you jumping to COVID. COVID closed all community type places, restaurants, churches, schools, some hospitals. Okay, but we Straightway has communities, and they did not close during COVID. And then I could go into some herbs, householdherbs.com, some herbs that we're pretty famous for that knock that stuff straight out. Householdherbs.com, shameless promotion. Somebody put it in the comments, householdherbs.com. 100. Again, this is provable, observable, and repeatable. Y'all type big old facts in there if I'm making sense. Okay, let's see what else. I get where you're coming from. You will see very soon. We all will soon overstand. I Van tell you mean well. Oh, you're saying I can tell you mean well. I do, sis. But the thing is, you gotta be able to book whatever you saying. That you gotta be able to book what you're saying, or else you're gonna be have problems. You're gonna make things difficult for yourself. That's my problem with how these dudes is moving. Ringo, Rollo, and um, Newbreed. That's my problem with how they moving, man. They ain't moving according to book. They moving over they because of their feelings. You see what I'm saying? And you gotta let your steps be ordered by the Most High. That's why I be rocking so hard with Straightway, with Pastor Dow, and his footwork. Me and a brother were talking today. Y'all, I done been all over the Hebrew Israelite community. And I'm sitting there telling you, and people know me, or they knew me then. I know there's a lot of new leaders out, but I've been all over the place, man. Been a ton of conferences, events, and live streaming them and meeting people and all types of stuff. But I'm just telling you, and I saw the dysfunction firsthand. Okay, and when I sit here and tell you that, then I came the straight way and I saw some people that were light years ahead of everybody else walking this word out in spirit and truth, putting feelings and emotions and people, places, things, and favoritism of man a distant third to that word that was in first place. I've seen it and it's been unwavering. You see what I'm saying? So we got to get in the habit, man. We got to prove this stuff so you don't go through a life of heartache and pain. Like the Most High gave us this word so that, like, He gave this to us so that we don't fall, get blown up by one of the landmines of life. And you know what the Greco-Roman Catholic Church did, and his harlot daughter Christianity? You want to know what they did? They taught you how to spiritualize, hyper spiritualize the word, and not actually prac walk it out in a practical sense. And that's why you see all this dysfunction out here, and it's a mess. And people can't get their stuff together. You can't even get these dudes to build a damn puzzle together, let alone a house. In the meantime, you see communities, whole communities popping up here in Straightway. You see us building whole buildings in 1 week with 40, 50, 60, 80 brothers working together on things. That's just some of the stuff we're doing together. Why? Because spiritually, our minds are in the right spot. In the meantime, out there in the Hebrew Israelite clown show they got going on out there, you can't even get three brothers to meet up together, and then they fall out and cut each other off. That is this ain't nothing new. It's been like that. Like, I've been seeing that since I jumped into this stuff 5, 6 years ago. Okay. In the meantime, we over here working, getting it done, shaking heavy, moving hard, coming straight down the middle. Because what? We're in alignment with the book. We put the book over our emotions. If y'all haven't hit that like button, hit that like button, y'all. If y'all haven't hit that like button, hit it. If you already hit it, don't hit it again, because then you'll unlike. All right, they're giving me a big old fax. There you go. Shameless self promotion. That's my wife, Sister Koya Israel. That's her website. So, um, y'all should know who Koya is by now. I'm sure y'all have seen her. Those of y'all who know me, they was closed before COVID. 2012, they started closing schools. And see, that's the other thing. Our children don't go to schools. They're homeschooled by the sisters here in the home assembly or on the community. So they're not getting educated by our enemies. We don't have our wives out there working for our enemies. You see what I'm saying? Uh, let's see what else y'all saying. Uh, clones, angels from the heavens are taking over bodies, cloning, trying to correct loved ones without telling you the true missing laws. You're unaware, and they don't want people to miss heaven. To miss. Look, the only thing that's taking over bodies is these demons people got on them. And again, over here, straightway, we cast them off, folks. So All right. So again, what the word tells you is um, test all things and hold fast to that which is true. So what this brother said, he said, when I visited during Passover, I received more blessings from brothers and sisters in 5 days than I have my entire life. And that sounds like straightway. That's the way it is here. That's the way it is here. Okay. So, yep, I just want to come on here, y'all, and just drop some of that stuff. Awesome. Sister says she subscribed. That's awesome. Like I said, one of the good things that have come out of this is I've gotten a lot. My channel has grown, you know, and that's because we're gonna sit here and we're gonna speak big old facts. You see what I'm saying? Just like the brother here said, we're gonna speak them big old facts. It's not a game, man. Uh, all right, somebody saying something about CERN. That goes back to my question about CERN. Did you hear about the portals that they open and so-called people that are now seeing demon faces? Yeah, I've been studying about that. Uh, in fact, a couple months ago when Dave Grush was really hot in the news, I was studying a whole bunch about all that stuff, man. With those aliens and all that. Because you know them aliens are demons. You know, y'all know Michael Israel is a flat earther. I don't believe in all the space and all that. And it when you look at it from a big perspective, you look at it biblically. You they want you believing in aliens because they don't want you to realize how many demons are coming in to this coming into the world now. But in order for them to bring them in, they have to debase humanity to a certain level to really get them coming in. So anyway, y'all, appreciate all y'all tuning in. For those of you watch, put in the comments what you think about this whole situation. Let me know what y'all think about this whole situation going down with Ringo, New Breed, and Rollo. What's your take on it? Do y'all think I'm missing something, or am I coming straight down the middle with it? I'll read your comments. You come in here. Something funny, man. The dude who actually walked up on Ringo, he came in and asked to come on my show. I ain't got time for all that, man. Pretty soon here, I'm gonna just move on from this whole thing because we're gonna be doing some series on some things. Right now, we're doing every Monday we're doing our Bible study series on the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus. We're going through that book verse by verse. We've already done 2 Bible studies on it. They're right there on my channel. We've finished with chapter 4 on the second Bible study, so we're going to continue on with that. It should be good. Yeah. So anyway, man, I appreciate all y'all tuning in. I'm Michael Israel. You watching Spiritual Combat, and shalom, shalom.